All right, I have only one goal today to convince one uncle that fashion, not tech, not engineering, is India's superpower. Hands up, gentlemen who disagree with me. Lots. All right, sir, I see you. You are my challenge today. Indian fashion history spans millennia. I have spent nearly a decade researching, writing about it, and you get this whole magical saga in just 6 minutes. So buckle up and come back in time with me to 3500 BC, ancient Egypt. We see an Egyptian pharaoh getting dressed, right? Kajal, gold crown. But when he rifles through his wardrobe, beige linen, brown wool. And then he reaches for his favorite fit from Gujarat. Colorful, cloud-soft cotton muslin, malmal. Gujarat, of course, is part of the ancient Indus Valley, one of the earliest civilizations to cultivate cotton, yes, but also to develop brilliant dyes, intricate patterns. Till today, excavation into ancient Egyptian tombs keeps throwing up scraps of Gujarati cloth. Jetting ahead, though, to 33 AD Jerusalem. At Jesus' burial, his body is shrouded in a superfine cotton. It's known as the Shroud of Turin, but the Greek call it Sindon, meaning from Sindh, Hind, Hindustan. Fast forward again to 77 AD ancient Rome. We catch Commander Pliny stomping around the Pantheon, ranting to his army BFFs about India. He calls us, get this, the sink of the world's gold. Our muslin, Malmal Sindon, is so popular, its imports are draining the treasury of the Roman Empire. The Romans have nicknamed this woven wind, a clue. This is history before air conditioning, when a breezy cotton would be just as coveted as a rich silk. India, makes both of those. Exhibit B. Patola baby. Do you know what would happen if one of us riffraff turned up in 15th century Java wearing all of this? We'd be chased by royal guards and stripped. In Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, only royalty wears patola. And boy, do those royals have high tastes, because the patola is an insane tie-dye weave, an elite piece of engineering. I could honestly do a TED Talk just about this, but the Javanese guards are still in pursuit, so let us flee across oceans and time to the wild, wild west of America. Clip, clop, a ranch farm. We catch hold and tip a hat to a good old cowboy and then do a double take at that handkerchief around his neck, the bandana. You all know where the word bandana comes from, right? Come on, Ted, talk. Bandhana, bandhani. Yep, the all-American cowboy bandana was imported tie-dye Gujarati kerchiefs. But wait. What about the dangari? Where does it come from? Here in Maharashtra, the town of Dongri produces a rough and tough cotton weave, and the dangari becomes a staple in factories and military in the West. From 3500 BC through the 1600s, Indian fabrics draped the globe. But our popularity grew fatal. Kalamkari, a hand-painted marvel from Andhra. Its name literally means art of the pen, the paintbrush. The British call it chintz. And by the 1700s, the British East India Company is sailing home shiploads of this stunning kalamkari. The story is familiar, right? British ladies love the comfortable, elegant fabric. British government resents the price tag, complains, sink of the world's gold, etc. But unlike Rome, wily Britain asks one wily question. Why can't a machine make this? You all know the first products of the British Industrial Revolution? Not cars, not weapons. Spinning jenny, power loom, jacquard loom. What took Indian hands 50,000 hours can be made by British machines in 2000. Quality of the fabrics? Womp womp. But are they cheaper, faster, and thanks to the old empire, exported everywhere? We lived on innovation, we died by it. For the next 250 years, the Indian textile industry was ripped to shreds. Until this dude led a revolution. Gandhi was a legit fashionista, y'all. He championed khadi, an entirely handmade fabric, spun cotton at rallies, and even put a spinning wheel at the very heart of the old Indian flag. Turns out, you cannot deny talent for very long. Today, the Indian textile industry is the second largest employer in the nation, huge employer of women. Yes, please applaud. It flies every Gen Z green flag, organic dyes, sustainable fabrics, androgynous styles. And as you can see, I'm doing my bit by buying loads of homegrown clothes. Recently, we've come to think of Indians only as brainy. But our oldest identity is on its way back as a superpower of style. All right, Uncle, are you convinced that fashion is India's superpower? I'll take that as a yes. Thank you. Thank you.